YouTube, what it do, fam? What it do, Yamly? Y'all know we Yam Squad. Y'all know we Yam Squad, Yam Squad. Love y'all boys, man. Miss y'all boy, bro. I'm glad y'all back tuned in to another video by your boy KG. You know what I'm saying? Mean the word to me that you clicked on it, even watching it this far. The fact that you even clicked on it and tried to give me a chance, that mean the word to me too. Appreciate you, my guy, or my, you know what I'm saying? My sister, my guy, my sister. I appreciate y'all, boy, man. We ain't gonna do too much talking. Drop roll to AK in the comments. You ain't got to, cause you probably won't anyway. But it would be nice if you did, no cap. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend. Send me to the family group chat. Do whatever you need to do, you know what I'm saying? Give me some exposure, do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. I'm trying to get out the hood too. No cap. But yeah, love y'all boy, man. Let's get straight into it. Don't lie. This video gonna hit home. Because, look, let me explain. As you can see, I'm not a member of the, you know what I'm saying, dreadhead community, the curly head community, the freeform community. I'm not a part of none of those communities yet. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, we are on the way. Nah, alright. Alright. But nah. So I saw this video, and then I was like, I gotta react to this. Because it hit too close to home for me not to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're gonna get straight into the jump. Let's do it. See what he talking about. See what he talking about. Let's see what he talking about.
So, in this video, I want to answer the question of why are parents, specifically black parents, so obsessed with low haircuts?
Jacking it right now, bro. What's funny, bro? Get out my face with that camera shit, bro. What's funny, bro? Bro, my mom forced me to do that shit, nigga. If it wasn't for my mom, bro, would I not do that shit, bro? Mom, y'all niggas with dress don't respect y'all mom, bro. That's what it is, bro. My mom told me to cut my hair. I'm cutting my hair. Like,
man, say trust the process.
Since my process didn't work, I'm about to make every dreadhead shot. I'm dreadhead K now, nigga. Fuck all dreadheads, nigga. I'm not jacking that shit.
I feel, bro. Cause you don't understand, like y'all don't understand, like it ain't no struggle. But when you stand up, not say you stand, when you alive in a time where everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I'm gonna give you a percentage of 85% of most people you see either got freeform, dreads, braids, twists, anything. So it's like when you in a world where everybody in your community basically that. And you know what I'm saying? So people see you. I done been called bald a million times. Like I done been called bald a million times. Like it don't faze me no more. But like you would not. I really feel, bro. You don't get it, gang. You don't get it. Females think dread heads is the way to go every time. And I'm not hating on no male with dreads, gang, because you know what I'm saying. I'm cool with a lot of dread heads. I'm in tour with a couple dread heads. I ain't in tour with nobody, but you know what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? I done been into with a couple dread heads. Nigga ain't never really got the argument that he called me bald, though. Like, nigga called me bald, he won the argument. I'm gonna let you know. I just gave you an ammunition. If we ever argue, which we probably won't. If we ever argue, gang, and you feel like you want to hit me where it hurt, you ain't gotta mention nothing. You gotta speak on nothing else. Just call me a bald head nigga, bro. It's gonna, you won. I'm gonna let you have it. We got nothing else to talk about. Because what can I say? Are you lying? No. So, what can I do? Argue with the truth? Nah, I have to sit there and take that on the chin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to throw my hands up. You won at that point.
And then we back to wave gang, nigga. Every dreadhead I see, I'm on that. I'm cutting their hair. Y'all niggas don't respect y'all mom. That's what it is, bro. Oh, yo, bro.
So if you black,
listen, I ain't gonna be pausing too much. You ain't never struggle if he ain't had to get fresh cutted in school, gang. Drop down in the comments if you've been fresh cutted before, fool. You ever got fresh cutted? I'm talking about number one. We already, bro, like number two guard, bro. Niggas don't know. 2 guard against the grain? What? We go 2 guard against the grain. Nothing crazy. You may go ball fade. You get lucky, you can go ball fade. I done been bald before a game like this. Y'all probably think this ball. Nah. I done been bald before a game. I'm talking about. You feel me? You don't know nothing about being fresh cutted, fool. And I ain't gonna lie, I can gladly say I'm a part of the community of somebody who's never been fresh cutted with like alcohol or oil or nothing like that, where somebody puts them on their hand. Me personally, I'm not going for it. But hey, I'm just one person, okay? I'm not gonna lie. But you ain't lived if you ain't got fresh cutted before. I'm not gonna lie.
at some point, someone told you need to cut your hair. You spent a couple months growing it. You know, it take a while to get some length on your hair, and as soon as you get a little bit of length on your hair, your parent tell you need to cut it, or you need to do something with your hair, or you can't have it out, and they give you this bald haircut or this low haircut that you have to stick with. And it really sucked because you be trying to grow it out to try to get, you know, whatever the most in style haircut at the time. And this is a common thing. A lot of black men experience this, or black boys experience this. I'm sure some of y'all probably watching this, experiencing this right now, where you in the house and you can't grow your hair out because your parents not going for it.
Yo, is that Dula? Yo, what happened to your hair? You got them braids?
Yeah, I got them braids.
Let me see.
Gang, this is reminding me. I ain't gonna lie. From what y'all have seen, like from what I showcased to y'all have not seen me with high hair before, right? Most of the time I'm like this or lower. Well, I ain't never been this high before. I ain't gonna lie to you, 'cause I'm growing it right now. But you ain't never seen me with the hair on my head, gang. I grew my hair out one time. I tell you, it's the most embarrassing thing ever. You know nothing about leaving school with her and coming back bald, gang. I kid you not. It was probably around 4th or 5th grade. Fool. I grew my hair out. Time I got curls on her. Mondoose was not. She was not fucking with it. I'm not gonna lie. She was not fucking with it. Mondoose must say, come on, we finna go to the bar shop. I'm thinking I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, hit it with the sponge. I'm thinking I'm finna, you hear me? Hit a little oil sheen on, you hear me? Pull it out. I'm gonna be looking good for the ladies or whatever. Kid you not. Mondoose put me in that chair and told that man, take it all off. Heart never been, like, a female ain't never broke my heart like that. Like, I done had my heart broken, but that's the biggest heartbreak I ever went through. Like, then I had to go back to school and deal with the jokes that come with that shit, bro. Like, you don't understand, gang. Niggas looked at me and immediately started laughing. Alright. Alright. Hey, to them people, I ain't gonna say it. Y'all know, y'all can put two and two together. To them ones who be going to them schools and they be doing what they be doing, I understand. I understand, gang. When they get to, I understand. That day, I ain't gonna say I understood that day. That's not cool, but I understood that day for Shoski. You don't understand the pain of leaving school with her over the weekend and coming back after the weekend. You bald, gang. You don't know nothing about it. Then it, man.
Yeah, let me see you.
Alright, bro.
Oh, God. What happened, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, I just felt like it was time, bro.
Fuck you, mean it was time. You bald. Bro, get too much in here, nigga. Nah, look at the sun shining on your head. Nah, bro, what was the real reason? Because I know you didn't cut your hair off, bro.
It's because of my parents, bro.
Nah.
I ain't have no choice in the matter. It's either that or I'm gonna be out on the streets. Shit, I'm broke.
What happened to the dreadhead journey?
Man, more women than y'all niggas with dreads.
Yeah.
That's real, though. I feel twin. It's real, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's real. Mind you, we still human. All of us that's bald, to all members of the bald community, you're still a human, gang. Somebody out there is going to love you for you, bro. Don't think you gotta grow your hair up, bro. Let you be an expression of you, gang. You don't gotta express. You don't have to do anything for females. You don't have to change yourself for no female. You don't have to do nothing for a female attention, female attraction, gang. Be yourself, my nigga. Like the hoes gonna come, gang. It's 7 billion people on this earth, maybe more. We never know. That's just an estimate. I say 8 billion. Just be safe, because I don't know for sure. You think every one of them billions of people, gang, you think all of them give a fuck about your hair, gang? Nah, bro, you gonna, yeah. Times may seem hard where you at. If you local, you trying to search locally, gang. I feel you, I understand. But what you gotta do is you gotta stay down, because it's gonna be somebody that's gonna wanna rub your head. You hear me? You gonna be feeling, you hear me? Somebody gonna wanna rub that head. Somebody gonna wanna rub that neck, that face. I'm telling you, fool. Somebody's out there for you, fool. Be patient, my dog. Stay down, King. Your time coming.
Yo, damn, you look like Slender Man tonight. Boy, that nigga. Wait, hold on. What you doing? Yo.
So a lot of times they'll say you can't have your hair out because it's not presentable, or it just seems like this is some canon event where everybody has to go through this. I'm sure it's some people that y'all probably like, nah, I never had to go through that, but some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You just have to rock out this low haircut up until probably like high school. That's at least where it changed for me.
Dad's forcing you to get a straight buzz cut throughout your entire childhood has to be a universal experience, bro. What is their obsession with wanting you to be bald? Straight bald. Why did they want us to be chopped so bad? And then the first time you finally get the courage to be like, hey dad, can I just get the sides off and keep the top? They look at you so crazy. They'd be like, you trying to waste my money? You trying to waste my money and not get a real haircut? No, we're taking it all off. My pops used to force me to get a straight, no guard haircut. No guard on that bitch, straight zero, all off, bro. I never had hair.
No guard is crazy. No guard is fucking insane. Not gonna lie. I ain't never. Nah, I can't listen. I don't relate to that. I ain't never win no guard. I always go 2 guard. We might have went against the grain. You know, we would have. You know, hey, we've never win no guard. They chopping dudes shit like pubes. What the hell? No guard. This nigga father hated him, gang. I'm not gonna lie. That's not some normal shit. I'm not gonna lie. Niggas is not finna normalize no guard haircuts. Are we?
The kid, bro. As soon as he got a little too much, my dad was like, time to cut it off. And he did it himself most of the time. Straight 0. No lineup, no nothing. Bro, don't even get me started on foreign parents. Foreign parents, they look at you crazy if you try to grow your hair out. The only way to escape the buzz cut is to get your own money to pay for your own haircuts, bro. That's the only way you could escape it. And even then, when they see you get the cut, they look at you like, I don't even see a cut. Bro, you see the cut, you see the side. It's like, to them, if you don't cut it all off straight to 0, you wasted your money. If I wanted to cut it all off straight to 0, I just cut it off myself. I'll go buy the clip and do it myself. That shit is truly a canon event.
And a lot of times this conversation is tied to believing certain hairstyles will make you look ghetto or like a thug, and people are just going to stereotype you, or your parents don't want you looking like that, feeling like that. It's like, it just associate long hair with some negative association with it. It's never, and when we want it, it's never about that. It's usually just like, it looks cool and that's just how we want to rock our hair.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't understand, like, where this, if you have too much hair or something, you look crazy. Obviously, we got that from a certain, you know what I'm saying, certain group. My bad about the dog. We got that from a certain group of people that started judging us based. Now, like I said, I'm not the guy to speak on no type of, not like that, but just know, your hair is just an expression of you, and you do not. I hear hair carries energy. Some people believe hair carries energy. Some people think when you got your hair growing out and you going through tough times, it's time to cut your hair out. I don't believe that. That's just me though. But we ain't talking about my beliefs right now. We just reacting to the video game. But just know I don't.
So, you know, so it could fit like the aesthetic we trying to go for. It's never about trying to look like thugs or anything like that. But our parents always just view long hair as some type of negative connotation with that, with any hairstyle that's above 2 to 3 inches of length on my hair.
Hey man, it's a public service announcement to all the parents, my voice gone, in the world. Can we please protest against our sons with these nappy ass hair? Every day me and mama tell me, you need to cut that. You need to cut that damn hair, man. You don't take care of it. I ain't seen you wash it since you've been growing it. It look like a ham full of Easter basket grass, man.
Nah, the worst thing I've heard when I didn't have a haircut, mind you, this is why my hair is low. Worst thing I've ever heard was that my hair looks like a carpet. Easter basket grass is crazy. That's crazy.
You got like a ham full of Easter basket grass, man. You got leather hair now. You ain't watched it so long it look leather. It look like dirty trap house carpet. You gotta cut it, dog. With a low cut. Get you some waves or something, man. Cause that right there, man, you look like a Jackson 6.
I'm gonna be realistic again. I'm just giving my honest opinion on this. I don't know what the infatuation is, because that's the whole point of the video. I guess, like, what's the infatuation with? I'm sure he's gonna answer this question, but I genuinely do not know what the infatuation is with old African American men. I ain't even gonna say. I can say what I want to say. Old black men, like old black dads or old black mothers. I ain't gonna say old black, older, like, you know what I'm saying? 30s, 40s. That's on the older side of being a parent. You know what I'm saying? Currently, like, that's currently 30, 40. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, as we grow up, like, I see kids with full head of dread, because we got younger parents now, which is also an epidemic we need to speak on. But hey, we ain't talking about that though. Listen, when I say that, I'm not throwing no slick shot shit nobody. I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm saying it's an epidemic, and I go on Instagram for like every other slide. I'm seeing a gender reveal. I'm seeing a baby shower. I'm seeing something, and everybody around my age range, gang. That's what I'm like. It's crazy to see so many young parents, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not my place speaking, but just know I'm not doing slick shots to nobody. But yeah, I don't know what the epidemic is about older African American people and buzz cut. We'll say buzz cut. It's a odd infatuation. I don't know.
But at least they had an activator and grease in their head, man. Go in there and wash it in the bathroom, school bathroom. Go wash it in the school bathroom. Do something with it. Put some snow in it, wet it. It's dry as hell. You gotta cut it. You gotta, look, you guys wanna walk off. You gotta cut that, man. All you little dudes, you YNs wanna wear these nappy out hairstyles, man. Y'all need to cut it.
The ideas of like black hair, like long black hair, not being presentable or professional is not a new thing. This isn't like an experience just for me or just our generation. Like this has been happening for a while, and this has been passed down generation of generations, and it's coming from this idea called respectability politics. So respectability politics is basically the belief that if black people behave, look, speak, and live in ways that white society or white people consider proper, that then we will be treated with respect, safety, and equality. In simple terms, if we act right, they'll treat us right. This includes things like dressing or speaking proper English, or like, you know, if you grew up in the hood or just around black people, they'll say like, you know, talking white. This is where this kind of came from. It's also can be tied to being calm, polite, and non-confrontational, following rules perfectly. Basically avoiding anything that's seen as ghetto, loud, or too black. Presenting yourself as one of the good ones. And the reason this is because after slavery, black people were free, but still we experienced things like we was lynched, we was locked out of job opportunities, where they just didn't give us jobs no matter if we was qualified or not. They locked us out of certain housings and good neighborhoods, that's with redlining, and we was locked out of educations. That's why we had to create our own colleges, our own schools. White societies basically push like ideas to other white people.
This low-key circle back to the thing I was talking about where it's like, don't change yourself for nobody. I really said for a female if I'm not mistaken, but I really mean like, don't change yourself for nobody, gang. Like, you gotta understand, this is me personally, this is just how I look at stuff, gang. If you gotta change yourself, like if you gotta change who you are, you change who you are happy to be, what you enjoy doing, change anything that makes you you, it's not for you, gang. There's no reason you should have to modify yourself for anything, gang. Anything that's for you will come to you as you are, not come to you and as long as you da-da-da-da-da. That's why I chose the career path that I chose, because I know I can be myself when it comes to this. Yes, I do have to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I do have to be cautious of other people feeling and saying things that I say. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can't. If I'm trying to build a platform. If I'm trying to build a platform, I cannot sit here and just disrespect another person's beliefs. None of it. I can't go against nothing you like. You can't go against nothing I like, right? So again, if you don't change yourself for nothing, bro, be what you want to be. Don't let nobody tell you what you can be, can't be, because of what they went through or how they lived. None of that, gang. Like, be you. Do what you want to do. Be happy. Be great. No cap. Be you. Be happy. Be great. Be you, be happy, be great. That's the word of the day. Be you, be happy, be great. No cap.
To then mistreat them. This is when respectability politics became organized and intentional. And this carried all the way into the late 1800s and early 1900s, where black churches and educators and middle-class leaders of that time pushed messages like dress modestly, or speak correctly, or avoid low behavior. Don't embarrass the race. And we still have similar sayings that's been passed down from that. Like if you've heard someone being like, oh, I don't want to act up in these white folk establishments or anything like that, that's coming from direct messages from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Has been passed down generations in a way of taught on how to act around white people. Because it's basically saying like your behavior doesn't just represent you, it represents all black people. And this put an enormous pressure on individuals to change the way they are to fit in this agenda that white people deemed as the correct way to act or the correct way to behave or present yourself. And respectability politics quietly does two harmful things. It blames black people for their own oppression. Instead of blaming racist laws, police violence, or economic exclusion, it blames clothing, hair, tone, music, and attitude. It creates two different types of black people. It creates the good black people, and then it creates the bad black people, basically almost making it seem like the good ones deserve.
When we say good and bad black people, gang, I feel like that's crazy, bro. Like, I'm agreeing with you till we get to this right here. See how we divide into two? There's no such thing as good, bad black people. There's good people and there's bad people. Yes, we have our fair share of bad people. We have ran into our fair share of bad people. We all, you know what I'm saying? We've all seen them. You see them come on the news, you know what I'm saying? Not people who are locked up for petty things, not people who make mistakes, not people who are remorseful, but we got the people who are genuinely evil and do not care. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a big difference between the two. There's no such thing as good and bad black people. It's good and bad people.
Earth protection, and the bad ones are disposable. This does not challenge racism or fight against oppression or anything at all. It just works within that system. And so, did it work? Did respectability politics get the end goal that they wanted of decreasing racism and oppression? Short answer, no. The evidence to conclude that it didn't work was that well-dressed black people were still lynched, educated black leaders were still assassinated, respectable black professionals are still profiled when it comes to police and cut out of jobs and all these other kind of things. That's why DEI and those type of programs were implemented during the civil rights era to begin with, is because no matter if they was qualified or they played the part, they taught the right way, they still weren't getting the best jobs or the opportunities that they should have gotten. So that's when you had the civil rights era pushing for laws to make sure those things don't happen. Respectability never stopped racism. It just shifted the blame onto black people.
Something I want black people to aggressively push away from is respectability politics, because respectability politics tells us that if we present ourselves right and how we talk, how we carry ourselves, how we behave, that somehow we're able to escape violence and racism when history literally says otherwise for us. Let's not forget, Malcolm X was articulate, well-educated and polished, and yet he was killed while wearing a suit. Same thing with Fred Hampton. Young, black, educated, was creating survival programs for black people, and yet he was killed in his sleep. Let's get this out the way. No amount of conformity can help black people against systems that are built on anti-blackness.
With that being said, you're hearing what he's saying. He has the proof to back it up, man. It don't matter what you got on. It don't matter how you present yourself, man. You can... Death is promised. Life is not. Death is promised. Life is not. Death is promised. Tomorrow is not. Do not change yourself trying to be something you're not, because, you know what I'm saying, what you got planned for tomorrow. What you trying to be. What you want to be, but you got to, you know what I'm saying? You want to be, but you got to change it to this. I'm just saying, this is my person. Hey, I'm not telling you what to do with your life. It's just how I feel and how I think, my thought process, link y'all into my mind. Like I said, if you have to change yourself for something, it's not for you. You can die no matter. You can be murdered. You can be killed. You can be taken out unalive. Whatever however I gotta word it. But it's, you know what I'm saying, nothing is promised but death, bro. So be you, bro. Be you. There's no need for you to change yourself. If you say fool out there in it, guess what? That's your speech. That's how you talk, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? As long as you speak in English and it's, I feel like as long as it's eligible, unless you talking to the point to where it's genuinely so ineligible, like you can't be understood. It's like you speaking a foreign language that's not even a foreign language, that's when you got a problem. That's when education is coming into it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying too much, because they doing enough of saying what I'm thinking.
But what it can do is hurt us by making us shrink or deny pieces of our own identity to make us seem acceptable. As black people, we do not owe a simulation to anyone, because blackness is not a liability that needs to be fixed.
And I think people in my generation are starting to wake up. I've seen a lot of videos of people fighting back this idea that our hair isn't good enough, it being grown out isn't presentable or is not professional. It's people showing that that's an old way of thinking and we should be proud of our hair and love our stuff and fight back against that idea and not pushing those ideas to our kids or to the younger generation.
As a black man, you have to cut your hair to move up in this world, brother.
So being a barber on the HBCU campus, I cut a lot of people who are about to graduate. And the main thing I always hear them say is that they want to cut their hair low or they want to cut off their locks so they can have a quote-unquote more professional look. Now, this line of thinking is very common, especially within young black men, but it was never something that I ever really agreed with. Now, I understand wanting to have your appearance a certain way because the reality of it is your appearance is the first thing that someone is going to judge you off of. But just because your hair is long doesn't mean that it's not professional. Because I know a lot of black people and people of color that are in corporate positions. They're judges, they're lawyers, they're doctors, and they have long hair, they have long locks, they have tattoos. And that just further proves.
And listen, I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. I'm not saying that at all. But I do want y'all to understand. You're not only considered successful. You're not only considered successful if you're rich, famous, or a doctor, judge, or everything he just named. That's not the only thing you can be successful at, gang. If you got a dream and you go about it and you get it done, you can be successful that way, gang. Anything that you do that you have put your mind to and you get to the end goal, that's what success is, gang. Success is not just being rich. It's not just being a doctor. It's not being the top doctor in the nation. It's not being the top doctor in the city, in the world, none of that. It's just doing what you want to do and following your plan until the end and it actually works. And if it don't work, you keep going till you make it work. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, gang. I know my definition of success may not be the same as Mo's, bro. I'm not gonna. My collar was saggy.
To me, that you can still thrive in these professional positions while still authentically being yourself. Now, if you want to cut your hair because you just want something new or you just want to change your appearance, then that's different. Because I know that if I ever get tired of having locks, then they're going to be gone. But don't feel like you need to cut your hair in order to have a successful career.
If you were black and you cut your hair to look more professional, you would have been the best slave on the plantation. I promise you would have been Mass's favorite nigga. Back in May of 2024, me and my homie graduated from college. He was a psychology major, I was a biology major. For 2 months straight, my homie could not get a job. He was applying for jobs online, calling jobs, matching with random people on LinkedIn. Nothing was working. One day he tells me I'm gonna cut my hair so I can look more professional. Mind you, my homie has a Michael Jackson afro. Top 3 afro in the entire Midwest. So I tell my homie, don't cut your hair, the job market just sucks right now. In July of 2024, he cut his hair. That same month, he got a job. In November of 2024, they let him go. His 4-month contract came to an end. They chose not to hire him full time. Now my homie had no job, a shitty haircut. And I love my homie, but he was looking like a milk dud with 2 brown eyes. He did all that tap dancing and they still did not hire him. Now it is October of 2025, he is a bartender. He could not get a job in psychology and he said, fuck it. Let this be a lesson, never cut your hair for a job.
And to the parents, if you're watching this video, we understand that a lot of this stuff is out of good intentions of wanting to protect your kid and making sure they have, you know, how you was taught. You was basically taught this idea, never really gave no real explanation to it. And it turned into some version of believing that what you're saying is facts in the sense of certain hair looks better or looks presentable because of what respectability politics started and what was passed down generations and what was passed down to you. And it's not fair to you either. Same way it's not fair to your kid that you push the same ideologies to. We understand you're just trying to teach us how to play the game of racism, but at the end of the day, all you're really doing is pushing an anti-blackness that was pushed onto you that could then mold into a whole generation or whole culture of people not loving themselves. And we see this with black women and not loving their hair and feeling like they have to cover it up with other people's hair. And it shows in how it morphs into just a self-hatred for things that are just in our natural state. Our hair is our most natural thing that grows out our hair and is beautiful, and we done found creative ways to make it dope. And so pushing these beliefs is just pushing anti-blackness.
And yes, I'm gonna put a bonnet on my son's head every night as he goes to sleep. Every single night. He's gonna have long hair. He's never gonna have his little Bill moment that y'all gave me, that y'all gave a lot of little black men, where y'all cut all their hair off and they was crying and begging for y'all to not cut their hair off and y'all cut it off anyway. He's never gonna have that. He's gonna have a bonnet on. He's gonna have his hair products ready. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be ready to go. We're never gonna do that little hair situation, that little, no, we're never doing that, y'all. I'm sorry, we're never doing that.
And so I understand that.
Listen, I ain't gonna do it for the reasons that most people do, as you can see that this whole video has been talking about. My son going through the canon event though. It's gonna be your character. I'm sorry. It's gonna be your character, bro. It's gonna be your character. I'm speaking from somebody that went through it personally, bro. It's going to build character again. He's going to find out how to be more happy within himself. Because think about it, by the time I have a son, which is years, I plan on it if it's in God's will, which will be years and years and years from now, we'll be in a generation where most people have long hair. Not for him to get picked on or nothing, but for him to understand you can be happy within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to depend on your hair to, you feel me? But if it's his choice to grow it out or not to. I'm not going to force him. But we starting out low for sure. We starting out low for sure. I'm sorry. That's a canon event. My boy got to deal with it. Got to deal with it.
In this world today, racism and oppression is still a thing. It might not be overt racism, even though that's kind of changing on social media with some people. But a lot of times it is racism that is systematic. You don't really see it. It's in the system. So I do believe we have to fight back and to stop blaming ourselves for racism. Like, that has to stop. Our hair isn't the problem. The system is the problem. And that belief system is the problem. And so let me know your thoughts in the comments. How you feel about this? What's your opinion about this? What's maybe some of your stories or experiences with your parents and having to cut your hair? Let us know in the comment. Let's talk about it. And I'll catch you in the next one.
No. Badass kids get in trouble at school. Not the Michael Jordan grip. We lay hands on y'all. Why?
Man, this is one thing I can thank God has never happened to me. Now, mind you, I used to get in trouble a lot in school. I done did some things in school. I did some dumb things in school. I used to get in trouble a lot. But one thing that has never happened to me as a consequence of my very devious actions was having to get a crazy haircut. Mind you, I was already bald, but I never had to go skin bald. Like I always had a couple pieces of hair, a couple inches. I had an inch or two. It may not have been long, but I had something. It was never just. I ain't never had the, you know, the parents going Instagram live. Next video, by the way. Parents going Instagram live. Never had that. Never had the crazy haircut. Never had to come up to the school and get embarrassed. Thing. Never had none of that. So I can thank God that none of that ever happened to me in my school experience. So.
Look at the camera like that.